Sam runs a YouTube channel called The Northwest Wind out of Cleveland, Ohio. Since 2016, he's been posting videos of his stealth camping adventures. If you're not familiar with stealth camping, it's basically parking your camper anywhere you want without paying. Could be in a quiet neighborhood or miles from civilization. Back in January 2024, Sam shared footage from a woods trip near Cleveland. He parked his van at a nearby dog park and hiked in from there.
We're gonna bushwhack a little bit. We've been walking for about 15 minutes. I don't like that you can hear the highway, but ow. Son of I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a fire going either. I brought everything I need to start a fire, but oh, this looks nice up here. I brought everything I need to start a fire, but everything's literally soaked. This looks pretty nice up here. I think we're gonna call this home for the evening. Looks pretty dry, well, relatively. What do you know? This looks like a tent or a tarp. That kind of sketches me out. So that's the remains of a tent and a tarp. That means somebody's camped back here before?
On his trek into the forest, he spotted something unsettling, a camping tent ripped to shreds. Despite this red flag, Sam pushed forward. With his own tent set up, Sam fired up his camping stove and started cooking as daylight faded. That's when he noticed a few strangers walking near his camp.
Somebody just walked by. I don't know if they had a dog or not, but they definitely didn't see me, but I could barely see them. The tent does not sit high at all. I've been sitting on my pelly case. It was while I was eating, just finishing up eating. I don't know why, I'm just spooked. I haven't been saying that, but I've been spooked since I got here. I keep feeling like somebody's watching me. And then seeing that person. I know it's a public park, but still. All right, well, darkest hours of the day. I'm pretty much settled in. Everything's organized, put away. Gonna take the pelly case inside with me. I don't know, I just have this strange feeling back here. Somebody else walked by. I don't think they saw me, but they were close enough to where they could see me. Even with the low light now in this fog, it's kind of just like a shadow creature thing. Obviously it was a person, looked like a dude, but yeah, I don't like that. So it's very eerie out here.
Sam mentioned in his video that something felt off about them, like he might be in danger. Any seasoned outdoorsman will tell you to trust your gut when it signals trouble, but Sam decided to ignore his instincts and stay put for the night, camera still rolling.
There's somebody, hang on. I don't know if they could see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent. Somebody's out there. I don't know if they're coming this way or just walking around out there. I can't tell. Somebody's definitely walking around out there, though. Hang on. I don't want to leave the light on in case they could see in here. I think the fly is thick enough that they can't see the light, but still, I'm leaning right up against the lantern, so you can only just barely see my face. See with my phone. I don't know if you could see me better with my phone or not. Somebody's walking around out there. They're getting closer too. They're getting closer. Hang on. I want you to be able to see as much as possible, but I'm not gonna turn on the lantern again. I have my headlamp in my pocket too. They're really close now. They're like, listen. I don't like this at all. I'm spooked. Hello? Hello? They're really close. They're like 10 feet away. I think there's two people. I can't tell. I can barely hear them talking. They're whispering. I think there's two people.
The trouble started right as Sam was trying to fall asleep. Someone was lurking just outside his tent. The footsteps grew louder with each passing moment. Sam called out several times with no answer. It took about 5 attempts before his worst camping fears became reality.
They have to know that I'm in here. I'm gonna try and just be silent. Hang on. They're walking around outside in circles. Hello? Hello? Alright, I don't like this. Hello? Hello? They're touching my tent. Stop. They're right outside the tent. Hello? I'm in here. Hello? 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 Alright, I'm getting the f*** out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what the f*** this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello? Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? What do you want? I have a knife. Where's my knife? They're f***ing with me. They're f***ing with me here. Holy crap, get away. What do you want? Hello, I can't see you. Hello? All right, I'm getting out of here. We're getting the hell out of here. Hello? What do you want? Say something, I see you.
The strangers circled his tent. Sam kept saying hello, getting more panicked when they started touching the tent fabric. He told them he was leaving, and they seemed to back off momentarily. Sam mentioned having a knife and repeatedly asked what they wanted, admitting he couldn't see them. Many viewers later commented that announcing your fear and limitations isn't smart when dealing with potential attackers in remote woods. Phrases like, "I can't see you," and "I'm spooked," only reveal vulnerability.
Alright, I'm spooked. I don't like this. Get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here right now. They're just standing there. They're just standing there. What do you want? Leave me alone! They went over that way. I can't see them now. I know you're there. I see you. They collapsed my tent on me and pulled the fly off while I was still in there. It smells like someone's smoking a cigarette too. I smell your cigarette. I smell your cigarette. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I have a knife. I smell your cigarette. All right, I'm officially like tweaking now. I'm like, all right, we're just gonna get out of here. We're just gonna get out of here. I'll come back for this crap later. Do I have my phone? I'm gonna call 911 if you come near me. Should I just call the police now or do I just go? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to go in any direction. I don't know where to go. I'm scared to go in any direction. I smell your cigarette. Is the camera on? The camera's on. I'm recording all of this. All right, they're moving again. I don't know. I'm getting out of here. We're going. I'll come back for this some other time. All right, let's get the hell out of here.
When the strangers briefly retreated, Sam tried to exit his tent, only to discover them standing eerily just a few yards away in the darkness. They'd collapsed his tent while he was inside. Confused about which direction they'd gone, he suddenly spotted them, just standing there watching him.
I'm leaving, don't follow me. I don't know where to go. I don't know which way to get out of here. I smell your cigarette, I can hear you. I hear you. All right, I don't know which way to go. How the hell do I get out of here? All right, I don't know how to get out of here. All right, this is how the do I get out of here? Hang on, let me see if they're... Stay away from me! They're coming behind me. I don't know what they're doing. They could just be around. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going.
Thoroughly terrified by this point, Sam abandoned his camping plans and decided to head back to his van. But his nightmare was far from over. The strangers started moving again, prompting Sam to flee while telling them not to follow. Disoriented in the dark woods, he had no clear escape route. He could smell cigarette smoke and hear them pursuing him.
They're at my campsite. I see them. I see you reflecting off my tent. Leave my shit alone! All right, I'm getting out of here. You can have it. How do I? Which way? Here. Okay. Ah. One of them's following me. One of them's... Okay, here's the trail of some kind. Ah! 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 I just ate. I just ate. I'm soaked. I'm toast. Okay. Oh, they're coming. Leave me alone. Okay. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. Ow! Mother. All right. Ow! 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 I just ate. Ow! I'm in prickers. Okay. Ow! Both. Ow! Ow! What the fuck? Okay. I don't see or hear anybody. All right, this is a clearing here. I just tripped over that. Ow! Oh, my knee. My poor knee. All right, here's a clearing. This has got to lead back to the main trail. I don't know where they are. It's all foggy up here. I got water in my headlamp. I don't know where to go. I don't see or hear anybody anymore. I hear them coming. Can't see the shadow. Here's a path. Okay, get me there. I'm recording all of this. I'm calling up police. All right, I'm back on the path. Back on the path. Okay. Okay.
As Sam hurried toward the park, he glanced back to see the strangers rifling through his abandoned campsite. Too scared for his safety to worry about his gear, Sam kept going. Looking over his shoulder again, he realized with horror that they were actively chasing him. Fighting through foggy conditions with water splashed on his headlamp, Sam struggled to navigate. He could hear them getting closer, but couldn't see clearly. Finally finding a path, Sam announced he was recording everything and would contact police.
Okay. All right, we're getting out of here. All right. Lock my doors. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm soaked. Where's my phone? Everything's muddy, disgusting. My knee, I'm soaked. I gotta go home. All right, let's drive out of here. I'll record again in a minute. We made it out though. My gear's still back there. My tent, my dry bag, sleeping pad. I don't see anybody coming or anything. I don't know what the they're doing back there. And they were messing with my tent and throwing stuff at the tent, walking around it in circles and stuff.
Sam eventually reached his van safely and drove home, where he recorded a recap of the terrifying experience. Predictably, some viewers accused him of faking the encounter, arguing that no one would keep filming while running for their life through dark woods. But to me, his fear seems genuine. People react unpredictably in crisis situations. As for the identity of Sam's stalkers or their motives, we can only speculate. If it was meant as some twisted prank, it crossed way too many lines.
This is the second time I've had to leave my gear behind due to unforeseen circumstances, and I really don't like doing that. Also, I think it rained all night again, so everything's gonna be soaked. I was editing last night, and even just watching the footage of me, I'm watching all these clips, and I mentioned it a few times that I just kind of had like a weird feeling. But you could see, if you go back and watch, I left a lot of them in there because I've edited like up to this point now. You could see there's several moments where I'm just kind of like staring off and looking over my shoulder, almost like I heard something and was checking my surroundings, where I'll be talking or just doing something on camera, and you'll just catch me kind of like peeping the scene or scoping things out. The entire time I was here, I just had that vibe. I see everything, I think. Yeah, I see it. Okay. Somebody was messing with my tent, 100%. And my dry bag too. Somebody messed with my stuff. 100%. Yeah. Oh man, everything is absolutely sopped. Damn. Can't actually tell if they, yeah, they must have, because see, exactly like I was saying, they pulled the tent from the top while I was in there and pulled the stakes out of the ground. I did not do that, nor did I leave it like that. So somebody was definitely messing with my stuff.
Interestingly, Sam confirmed that when he returned the next morning, none of his gear had been stolen, suggesting robbery wasn't their goal. What might have happened had Sam not escaped is chilling to consider. Running was definitely the right call. Brendan is a YouTuber from the UK who shares his cross-country van camping adventure on his YouTube channel, Brendan Explores. In March 2024, he met up with his buddy Steve for some stealth camping in the Peak District. The pair, hungry for adventure, headed out at dawn, intending to circle back to their cozy van after hiking the rough landscape. But what should have been a simple camping trip soon turned into something much more disturbing when night fell.
Oh my goodness, we're going to be sliding down the hill. What's that smoking away in the distance, mate?
That's the cement factory.
Ah, okay. I saw that on the drone and I thought, I wonder what that is.
Oh my God.
What an incredible view, eh? Absolutely unbelievable.
Oh my God.
The morning brought several challenges. After a brief scare with distant smoke that turned out to be just a cement factory, they found their van covered in ice. Instead of turning back, they pushed uphill.
Well, here's a turn up for the books. Bit of an update for you. Oh, me and Steve have had to part ways. I've had second thoughts on this. The reason being, we've been on this trail. We've had some pretty treacherous pieces of path, especially over that little hump there. I've completely soaked my feet. My feet are sodden wet. That one's okay. And we spoke to a couple of chaps that are on a 15-mile walk around here, rather than me. And we asked them how far this crash site is away. Now, we've been walking now probably for about 2 or 3 miles already. Steve initially thought that the crash site was on the top of that ridge line there. But apparently there's 2 crash sites. But the one that we're looking for, with the American flag, we asked the chaps, because they've been across it today, and they said once you get to that ridge line, it's a lot further than that.
When Brennan's health issues slowed him down, the friends split up. Brennan heading to the village of Buell while Steve continued hiking.
So we're off right now. We're going to have a little walk around Bakewell. Got to try and get a Bakewell tart as well, or a Bakewell pudding. I don't want to make that mistake. A few independent little businesses. I'll go for 3 of your cherry Bakewells on there, please. Thank you. That's great. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
In Buell, Brennan sampled the famous local pudding and explored the charming countryside. When they reunited later, Steve had changed clothes after slipping in mud. Together they visited the Lovelock Bridge, famous for its 10,000 padlocks left by couples commemorating special moments.
About 90% of the bridge is made up of padlocks.
As evening approached, Brendan and Steve drove to Weaver Hills in Ashbourne, an area known for its beautiful views and peaceful surroundings, to spend the night. But what they thought would be a quiet night, gazing at stars, quickly went south.
Just had a look on Park for Night, and my goodness, have we got a treat in store for us tonight. Oh yes, we're going to a place, or near to a place called Ashbourne, and we're staying in a place called the Weaver Hills. This particular park up is right on top of a hillside with some absolutely amazing views. So we're going to hit the road, head down to near Ashbourne, and go and have a quick look into the Weaver Hills.
Gear change is very distinct.
My God, it's a beast! It's a logger!
Oh yes, look at that. They'll be running all night.
Bloody hope not! You reckon?
I don't know. I come up that track and I was thinking to myself, bloody hell, this doesn't look like a track to anywhere except to a farm.
Yeah. We've had a couple of tractors go by, and judging by a couple of reviews of this place, most of which are positive, may I add, apparently some of the locals aren't too happy about people parking here. For whatever reason, I don't know. But I can guarantee you it's probably something to do with rubbish, and that rubbish most probably has nothing to do with van lifers, but it is what it is.
Brendan knew locals weren't too happy about people camping in the area, but he thought their van would be okay. He'd soon find out this thinking was wrong. The peaceful-looking spot where they parked their van had more going on than they realized. After a filling dinner topped off with Bakewell tart for dessert, Steve said goodnight to Brendan and went to his van. They'd parked next to a paved road where cars would pass by now and then. Nothing unusual.
Someone was just outside. Yeah, like whether it's a vehicle or not. Well, it's definitely a vehicle because I heard it.
Yeah, I heard it. It was a little like Ford Connect van.
Well, why is he just stood there or sat there like stalking?
If you lucky, if you stand here, right, you can just see one line. If I move to it looks like there's two.
Question hung in the air. Was someone watching them? It seemed unlikely, but things were getting weird. Steve, who accidentally hit his head on his van's roof while rushing out, caught sight of a vehicle nearby. Though they couldn't see who was inside, a car being there so late at night only made them more nervous.
That Land Rover.
Yeah. Right.
They're playing music as well.
Okay, they saw me. I saw them. See you now. What I will say is we're here, right?
Yeah.
Look at the distance between the farm, right? That's a fair way, that is.
Yeah.
And it's round a bend as well, so we're looking at it from here. The light's gone off. Right.
So what would that light have been then?
That would have been a vehicle, mate. I've got to be honest, like, because that farm's quite a way away. Now, we've had another vehicle. Look, mate, look at the time, what time it is, right? You're not going to just get anybody coming down here, are you? And there's only another option of doing this, Brendan. Is the drone.
Apologies if you guys can't really see much because of how dark it is, but there's definitely something or someone at the brow of that hill. Look at your naked eye at the top of that hill.
Yeah. See, it's picking up something.
Yeah.
It's like, mate, it's a fire. Look at the heat off. Look at the glow off it.
What the hell are they doing setting fires at this time of night?
It's quite a big fire, that was, because it showed up, didn't it?
Car's gone past twice.
Yeah. So we have 2 vehicles.
Yeah.
Go past. What
did you say? One was a van?
One was a van, definitely a little van.
Yeah.
And the other was
Land Rover.
Yeah, that Land Rover.
They kept looking around the car, or maybe another one, suddenly raced away. Like the driver realized Brendan and Steve had spotted them. The strange vehicle vanished into the darkness, leaving the friends wondering about the odd encounter. While it might have been just someone passing through, Steve couldn't shake the feeling something more threatening was happening. After all, why would anyone drive through such a remote place at that hour?
A nutshell is that we're going to carry on staying here. We're going to kind of disregard that a little bit. At least we know what the initial sound was that sounded, well, quite honestly, horrific in the middle of the night. But as Steve said, it would have been a lot better if whoever that was, whether it be farmer or friend or foe, whatever it was, at least if they'd have stopped and just said something, because we were outside the vehicles. It might have just given us a bit more of an inkling of what their intention was, but try and settle in again for the second time tonight.
Good night, mate.
Alright, mate. Just give me a shout if you need me.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, if there's anything going on, just hit the horn, alright?
Yeah, alright, mate.
That's the best way of dealing with that.
Alright, I'll see you in the morning.
Right.
Well, I'll see you in a few hours.
Despite feeling uneasy, Brendan and Steve didn't let it ruin their trip. They went back to their vans, determined to get some sleep. Whatever happened that night, they refused to let it spoil their adventure. The rest of the night passed peacefully, and Brendan kept documenting their journey, posting more videos online, showing they made it through the weird experience without harm. Brendan and Steve stayed put and carried on with their camping trip. Being that they're me and there's 2 of them, you have to wonder what might have happened to a woman camping alone in the same situation. Alyssa is a woman from the US who runs a YouTube channel called Alyssa Vanilla, where she documents her car camping adventures across America. Her channel serves as a personal diary, capturing both the beautiful and challenging moments of van life as she explores scenic spots throughout the United States. In October of 2022, Alyssa set up her camera to film what should have been just another typical day in her nomadic lifestyle. Little did she know this ordinary vlog would turn into something far more disturbing.
So, I am currently camping in the desert outside of Tucson on some BLM land because I've been really excited to go to Quartzsite all year. I'm really excited to spend the winter there. But right now it's pretty much 100 degrees. In fact, next week it's going to be over 100 degrees every day there. And I'm just testing to see if I can handle it. Currently I think it's like 96 degrees and I'm parked, as you can kind of see by the shadow, in front of a tree.
The video begins peacefully enough. Alyssa shows viewers around her desert campsite, chatting about her day and mentioning the usual van life chores she needs to complete. The serene desert backdrop creates a sense of isolation that initially feels peaceful rather than threatening.
Hi.
Doing okay?
Yes, I am.
I'm just kind of checking, making sure everybody's got enough water and...
Oh, okay. Are you a ranger or?
No, I just live close.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of come out and check, make sure, because I know there's a lot of people that come out here that don't have a lot.
I'm fine right now. I don't know if I'll stay here, but I just wanted to check it out and see. It's pretty hot though.
Do you do this, like, is this what you do for a living? Do you, like, travel around or what?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah?
Yep,
So
gotta
how long
wait.
have you been doing this for?
I've been in the van for like almost a year, last November, so getting close. But I was traveling around in my car since 2020, so it's been a while.
So you've been a nomad for a while.
Yeah, Yes, I'm used to it.
And you're enjoying it, I suppose.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, well, just so you know, so you're not worried, I drive by when I'm here. I actually work in Colorado. I live here, like a mile and a half from here.
Okay.
And so I kind of drive through when I'm here, just checking on people, making sure they got water, got what they need.
Cool.
So if you do stay, I'll see you again, but that's all I'm doing.
All right.
Nothing spooky.
Okay.
While cleaning her van, the calm atmosphere suddenly shifts. The microphone picks up the sound of an approaching vehicle. Moments later, a man's voice can be heard just off camera speaking to Alyssa. The stranger asks Alyssa personal questions under the guise of checking if she's okay.
I had shit stolen from my house 2 years ago. So 2 years ago I started doing that. I started making myself open to people that were out here, giving them my name so they knew who I was, so they saw my face, and you know what? It's worked for me. Nobody steals shit from my house anymore.
And what is your name?
Johnny. If you need water, I have a hose outside that runs all the time. You're willing to stop there, fill your water jugs, whatever you need. And those that I get to know well enough that I trust, they're welcome to actually come in and use the shower a couple times a week. I'm not home. My wife is. My children are. So if you need a shower, you're welcome to, come by. Probably would work better since you're a female. It would probably work better if you came by while I was there a couple of times, just so my wife gets to know you, so she doesn't think there's something stupid going on.
Right.
But if you need a shower or something, that's not a problem. But if you want to stop by, it's not a problem.
Okay, well thank you.
All right.
All right.
I'll let you have your evening.
All right, enjoy your rounds.
He tells a story about his house being broken into once, and then, most alarmingly, invites her to come to his home to use his shower before driving away on his ATV. To many viewers, this interaction might seem harmless, just a local being friendly, but watching Alyssa's body language reveals her growing discomfort. Out here in the remote desert with no one else around, a strange man approaching a solo female traveler creates an immediately tense situation. You never can tell what someone's true intentions might be. What happens next confirms that Alyssa's instincts were spot on.
I was just about to start talking about how the good thing about being out here at this time of year is that there's no one else out here. As you can see, there's no RVs in the background or anything. But as I was filming, I heard an ATV approaching, and it was getting closer and closer, and I realized it was definitely coming to me because I'm kind of in a spot. It's not on a main road out here in the dirt. So sure enough, a guy on an ATV comes and stops by and is just talking to me about, he says that he makes rounds out here and makes sure everybody has water, I guess checks on people because he lives out here.
While explaining to her audience why she specifically chose this isolated spot to avoid people, multiple male voices suddenly become audible in the distance. This suggests something deeply concerning. Not only did the man not leave as he claimed, but he wasn't alone.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
so you have a guy
Uh-huh.
on the mountain up there that is watching you with binoculars.
Okay, well, that's unnerving. Well, I guess I won't be staying.
Well, it's not that you can't stay. Just I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
The other side of the mountain is safer.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He's driving a older Dodge pickup,
Hmm.
and he told me he comes out here and offers water
Uh-huh.
to people,
Mm-hmm.
but I would stay away from him. He told me he parks up there and looks around to see who might need water, who might need this, who might need that.
Hmm.
And I was like, I turned and looked and went, well, her fucking camper is right in the open.
Yeah. So did you catch him watching me, or did he just tell you that he was watching me?
When I pulled up, he had his field glasses up, looking this direction, and I was like, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking to see if there's anybody that needs water. So anyway, he's, you see that white truck underneath the tree?
I'm right
here.
in the tree view, so.
All right, come out here and I'll show you. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's also just odd that there's not really anybody out here.
Get a good description of that truck.
It was a white truck.
It's white and burgundy. Honestly, I'd move to the other side.
So, I mean, I did want to stay because it's nice out here and it's quiet, but if there's somebody watching me, then obviously I don't think I should stay out here at all.
Well, that's fine. That's your choice too.
Yeah.
As Alyssa's unease visibly grows, the situation escalates from weird to genuinely frightening when the same man returns on his ATV a second time. This time he claims he spotted another man with binoculars watching Alyssa from a nearby hill. On the surface, warning her about this potential threat seems helpful, but several disturbing details emerge. His ATV is positioned to block the front of her van, her only escape route. Even more alarming, he suggests Alyssa hop on his vehicle so he can take her to see this supposed stranger, which would separate her from the safety of her van. Trusting her gut instinct, Alyssa firmly tells the man she'll stay put and drive away soon, but the unsettling behavior continues.
That's really sucks. It was really nice out here, but well, at least I got to put my laundry away. It's always easier to do housekeeping out in the open rather than in the city somewhere. So just finishing up my laundry and then I'll probably have to leave, but that's okay. Do you need anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
While Alyssa hurriedly finishes her laundry, preparing to leave, the man sits on his ATV staring at her for an uncomfortably long time until she finally manages to pack up and drive to safety. In the final part of the video, Alyssa shares her thoughts on the disturbing encounter.
I just drove as far as I could away from the desert BLM land. So the guy that I was talking about earlier, the one who stopped to see if I need water, came back. The thing is, after his first visit, I was not going to stay at the BLM land because I was just sensing some red flags, and maybe it's just me being paranoid, but there are a lot of people who would love to take advantage of someone like me, someone who's young, by themselves, living in a vehicle out in the middle of nowhere by themselves. So I just went with my instinct and I was gonna leave because he said that he drives around seeing if anyone needs water, but he had no water with him. He was on an ATV, so that was weird. And then something else that gets me with people is over-explaining. So when I, asked him if he was a ranger and he said no, he said he does this because a few years ago someone stole stuff from his house, which has nothing to do with giving people water in the desert. So it's just weird he went on the story about, oh, like somebody has stole from me before, so okay. And I decided, I was going to do my laundry and then leave. And I was finishing my laundry and he came back. I saw his ATV turn towards me. And he tells me that someone has been watching me.
She admits she wasn't actually afraid of the alleged binocular-wielding stranger. In fact, she questions whether this person even existed at all, suspecting it might have been a tactic the ATV rider invented to lure her away from her van. Her viewers wholeheartedly agreed with her assessment. Many commenters pointed out how the man's prolonged staring could have been him calculating his next move. Others highlighted his chilling question, "Would someone notice you're missing?" as a massive red flag. Whatever his true intentions were that day, Alyssa made the life-saving decision not to follow that man up the hill. In November 2020, Dr. Hannah Straight, a YouTuber who makes videos about her outdoor trips, went camping alone deep in the backcountry.
I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going to disclose where because I don't want a million people coming out here trying to figure out what I possibly saw. I was sleeping, dead asleep last night above my cab. All of a sudden, I heard something rummaging through my cab. I was trying to be super quiet, super still. I didn't want to move because I didn't know what was in the back of my truck.
While fast asleep in her camper van, strange noises jolted her awake. Something had snuck up to her vehicle in the pitch black of night, pulled open the door, and trashed her campsite. Her normally tidy setup was now a complete mess.
And I swear there was like this huge thing standing there going through my stuff. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. There's no way it's a person. I'm miles from civilization. I always lock my doors at night. I must have forgotten. He must have heard me, or whatever it was heard me, because it dropped everything and scampered off into the woods behind me. Like ran. It was on 2 legs, so it definitely wasn't a bear, because last time I checked, I've seen a lot of bears and bears run on 4 legs. So I got out in the middle of the night. I don't usually do that because it is creepy as heck when you're out here in the middle of nowhere in the dark. Door was open and this bin was on the ground. The lid was off. There's food all over the ground. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening?
The van door stood open. A storage bin was flipped over with its cover missing, and food items were scattered across the ground, turning her organized site into total chaos.
This is a switch I'm going to use if I see whatever it was lurking in the woods. I'm going to flip the lights on, turn the camera on, and hopefully I can get it on camera.
Hannah realized she couldn't just stay locked up in her van another night, so she made a plan to watch for the strange 2-legged creature to return. The mysterious visitor might try to stay hidden, but Hannah was too stubborn to quit.
I didn't get much sleep last night for obvious reasons because I had an unidentified creature crawling around in the cab of my truck. And tonight, I want to stay up all night so I can potentially catch it on camera. Well, it's been about 3 hours and I haven't seen or heard anything, but I'm going to keep waiting. Still waiting around, haven't seen or heard anything. It's getting kind of late. Did you see that thing? I wonder if the outside camera got it.
The darkness of her remote location made it nearly impossible to see anything. Thankfully, she had set up night vision trail cameras to capture any movement, and when she checked the recordings, she spotted exactly what she was after.
I don't know what that thing was, but that was insane. I've never seen anything like that creature before. It's just ripping through the woods. It is terrifying, and I need to get out of here right now. I gotta go. This is insane.
What she saw in the footage was a creature unlike anything she'd ever seen before. It was crashing wildly through the forest. Hannah instantly knew she was in danger and needed to escape right away.